Hi there everyone, welcome. I am just going to take a few minutes to share a little bit about the type of language that we use in front of our kids. And I'm going to say that I am really a little inspired at doing this video because a couple of weeks ago, I happened to be scrolling Facebook. And I came across a post that someone had put on there, and I just happened to read it, and I had some thoughts about it. And so I want to share those thoughts with you today. First, let's read the post. This person says, "What is your opinion on cussing at your kids? If you don't cuss, then let's say using words like stupid, idiot, or shut up. We will have two age groups, let's say, under 9 to 10 years old and over 9 to 10 years old, and go." So this person said go. Now, as of right now, the person, and this was only one day after I came across this post, there's 109 comments. Let me just share with you that I never read the comments and I never commented on this. To be honest, we're all a little bit different. I don't know this person well. I know them. I believe if I ran into them, I would know who they are, but I don't even know about that. You know how we just have random Facebook people. It just works out that way. But I'll be honest with you, I am not the type that would take the time to comment on that, but it doesn't mean that I don't have a thought. And I will share with you, I'm sure some people judged the person that left that post thinking that they are okay with it. But if there's one thing I am really good at is intuitively listening and intuitively reading, meaning this person never said they were okay with talking that way to their child, but I'm sure some people assumed it. So there's no judgment on someone posting that. It's a great question. It really is. But it definitely, I had some thoughts in my mind. My thoughts on talking that way in front of not only your children, but anyone that way is inappropriate. It's unacceptable. I mean, I couldn't imagine talking that way to an adult. I couldn't imagine talking that way to my adult children, my husband, any of my family, just anyone. Using the word stupid or saying shut up, or what was the other one? Idiot. Okay. Yeah, using those words at all are just very catabolic. Okay, they're very catabolic is really tearing down and breaking down. And we have to understand that what we put out is what we will get back. And this is with anyone. So if you are going to speak that way to your child, or even in front of your child, even if it's not to them, don't be surprised when you hear that type of language come back. And this is something that parents need to understand. It is not uncommon to see a mother maybe yelling very loudly at her child in public. And what you will witness is the child acting the same way. And then the mother will reprimand the child for behaving that way. But our kids are sponges, and they are watching every single thing that we do and everything that comes out of our mouth. So they are going to mimic that. If you are using the words stupid, idiot, and shut up with your children, how do you think someday they are going to talk to their spouse? Because if they are conditioned to use those type of words, they're going to grow up believing it's okay, it's normal, it's natural. Well, it's not. It's not normal or natural at all. Those are words that should never be used in context. They really shouldn't. It's not appropriate to say that to someone else, but you're planting that seed if you are exposing them to that type of language. I couldn't imagine ever hearing someone tell me to shut up. I don't believe it's ever happened, and I couldn't imagine it happening. I don't surround myself with people that would talk that way. We never talk that way in our home, so our kids don't know to even speak in that type of language. Even when the sisters would get into a fight, I don't believe I ever heard stupid, idiot, or shut up. I heard you're annoying a lot. You're so annoying. Yeah, I did hear that a lot. I definitely heard that one a lot. Just remember, parents, what you are saying and the words that you are using, your kids are watching and they're picking up on. And that is giving them the green light because they don't know any different to speak that way to other people. And can you imagine if they did get into a marriage someday and talk that way to their spouse? Can you imagine how disrespectful that would be? That's not setting up for a good relationship. In the workplace, could you imagine if they ever talk that way? There's a good chance they wouldn't have a job. But we are examples to our children. We are modeling for them. Now, we all know there's stressful moments, and we all know that our kids disappoint us at times, just like we disappoint them as well. And if you don't think that's the truth, then I don't know. Maybe you never missed putting the dollar bill under the kid's pillow when it was the tooth fairy. We had 5. The tooth fairy missed a few of those. So life is disappointment. We are disappointed in people at times, and our kids are as well. But it's important that we know how to handle ourselves with grace in those moments. You can get your point across and tell someone that I'm disappointed in your choices that you made, but you don't have to use words like, how could you be so stupid? Because what you're basically telling the child is, you're stupid. Well, no, that's not actually true. The child is not stupid. The choice they made may have been inappropriate, and you may be disappointed in them. But to use the word stupid can really stick with someone later on in life, and they can have a lot of negative words that come up for them because of what they heard in the home. I'm going to share something with you that I witnessed about a year ago at church. So we happened to be sitting, I believe, in the second row. Carly was playing that day. I think she was playing the piano and singing. So we're in the second row at church. And there's a family behind us in the third row, husband and wife, and they must have had about 5 children. And I would say the oldest may have been maybe 13, I would say, would be my guess, and it was on down. And it was kind of funny because the couple, the mom and dad, were clearly into the message that our pastor was delivering. They were clearly into it. They would say, Amen, hallelujah, yes, Jesus, yes, Jesus. They would come out and verbally say things. Now, at our congregation, you don't get a lot of that. You get a little, but not a lot. But they were very vocal about it. No problem. And then the husband and wife also talked about the message. So the husband and wife were clearly tuned into what the message was. Probably more than I was. Because I was distracted. So I give them a lot of credit that they were talking about the message to each other, though, while the message is being delivered. And I was distracted by it, but I chose to mind my own business. And that's what I tend to do, because what am I going to do there? And there's a message going on. But the kids, all of the kids, even the one that was about the age of 13, they were all talking the whole entire church service. And it made sense that they would, right? If you think about it, wouldn't it make sense that the kids would talk throughout the whole entire service? Because mom and dad are. But what got me the most was that mom kept hushing them. She just kept hushing them and smacking her hand. Shh, 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 shut up. Hey. Yes, I know. Okay, picture this. Picture it. So she contradicted what she was modeling for her children. Of course, these kids are going to be loud in church because this is what they're observing and they're modeling. They really don't understand that what they're doing really isn't appropriate at that time while someone is up there delivering a message. This is a time to be quiet and keep your hands to yourself, whatever. But they were just modeling the parents. That's all they were doing. Well, what is funny is after the service was over, we were, sometimes you'll say goodbye to people, and I was gathering all of my belongings, and the mother kind of taps me and says, "I'm so sorry for how loud my children were. I hope that they didn't bother you too much." And, I just smiled and just kind of held her arm, and I just said, you enjoy your afternoon. What am I going to do, right? What am I going to do? She didn't reach out for a coaching session. She didn't ask my opinion. So I didn't say anything more. But it's funny how she was apologizing for her children's behavior. And in my mind, it all made complete sense that they talked and behaved that they did. So I hope this message really sticks with you. Our kids are watching. They really are. And how you speak to your husband is what your kids are watching. So if you are speaking in a very volatile tone, an attacking tone, and very nagging to your husband, your kids are watching that. Your daughters are watching that. And then you just kind of pass the torch, and then they're going to do it. And that's really not what we want if we think about it, right? And if you're tolerating being spoken to inappropriately by, let's say, a spouse, your kids are watching that as well. And you don't want to leave the message that that's okay. My other thing, too, is my young people watching, young adult women, guys, whatever. When you get into a relationship, if you're not married yet and you're in high school, whatever, college, and you're getting into a relationship, set that tone really quick. What is appropriate for you and what is not appropriate. It would have never started for me. My husband has never spoke to me disrespectfully, and I have never spoke to him in that manner. Do we sometimes disagree? Absolutely. Is there stress sometimes? Do things get heated? Yeah, they do. But your choice of words, your tone, all of that is in your control. And you can still have a disagreement, and you can still have tensions running high, and you can still be just really upset with someone, but you're not going to get any far if you're volatile. And if you're using words, cuss words like this person said, you are going to be able to resolve issues a lot easier when you can hold yourself with composure and grace. Stick to the topic. That's another thing. Stick to the topic. You're going to resolve issues. Same with your children. So that's the message of the day, and it sprung up on me. I thought this was a great thing to do a video on, just to give everyone something to think about, something to chew on. But yeah, never open that window to allow someone to speak to you that way, because they will know that there's a boundary there and that you're not going to take that type of treatment. So, all right, big thought-provoking topics here today. So thank you for listening. As always, leave comments in the commenting section. I am always open to hear what your thoughts are on topics such as this, and I will definitely have some videos linked below that you can check out that would complement today's video. All right, thanks for watching. Take care.